Hello viewers, welcome back to Ohio Airgun Shooter. In this video, I'm just going to be doing a test of a new out-of-the-box TR68 revolver from Umarex. This specific version is a 16 joule version offered by Modern Combat Sports. I do already have the normal Umarex TR68 revolver. This was the 7.5 joule version. However, I removed the valve lock and it does not have any restrictor. So this is more or less just kind of a tinker gun that I just like to fiddle with. But I wanted to get an actual the TR68, an actual 16 joule version, just to keep factory stock. This one here is brand new. It's been in the box sitting on the shelf for about a year now. So what we're going to do today is just take it straight out of the box and test it and see if we're getting the 16 joules. Here on the box, along with the 16 joules, it has a claimed velocity of up to 360 feet per second. Recommendation is rubber or powder balls. The magazines have a 5-shot capacity, and it is powered by a single 12-gram CO2 cartridge. Also, not for use with paintballs. With this being the 16 joule version, the blast of CO2 is probably just too powerful, and you would just pretty much bust the paintballs probably inside the barrel. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box, see what's included. Of course, you get the revolver itself. You get 2 extra cylinders, squeegee, owner's manual, and there is an Allen key inside for tightening the quick pierce screw. This is exactly the same cosmetically as the HDR68. And it has the serial number, and it's stamped 16 joule. T4E, TR68. Grips are the same. Trigger safety. 5-shot rotary magazine. Sights are the same. Only difference is this is the 16 joule compared to the 7.5 joule version. And as mentioned before, it's brand new, so we're going to be testing it right out of the box to see if we're getting that 16 joules. I have a variety of different projectiles we'll use, and just to see where it's shooting energy wise, and to see how many shots we can get off a single CO2 cartridge. For the shooting, I'll be using 4 different types of projectiles. We'll start with the nylon or plastic balls. I weighed these. They came in at 3 points, most of them around 3.65 grams, so roughly just a little bit over 3.5 grams. And then I got these rubber steel shells, D-type. These weighed in at 6.3 grams. And then I got some of these rubber steel balls, S-type. These were weighing in at 6.9 grams, so just under 7. And then we got some aluminum balls, which again weighed in at 6.9 to 7 grams. I also will be using Umarex brand 12 gram CO2 cartridges, as well as some silicone spray. Being that this is a new out-of-the-box revolver, there is some pre-shooting maintenance that you should consider doing. Like, make sure all the screws are tight that hold it together. Seem to be all good. It was a little loose. There's one on top. It's an Allen style. There's actually two, one here and one here. This is basically just your sight top plate. It was a little loose. Oh, that one's tight, so everything's good and tight. Another thing that you can do is apply some silicone spray to the piercing cap, the pin here. You can put a little oil around the threads and O-ring. Any moving parts like this has a little spring. You really can't get down in there. I mean, you could take it apart and probably spray it and oil it, but a little bit maybe on some of these moving parts, like the index for the magazine. Definitely want to get some oil in the valves. And of course, in here, the compartment for the CO2 cartridge, which you install bottom first. This one does have the restrictor, being the 16 joule version. I don't know if you can see it in there. A little restrictor down there. The 7.5 joule that I have, I removed the valve block, and it does not have a restrictor. I made one out of a CO2 cartridge. However, I think the hole's a little too big. I only get like 3 good shots with it. So these, you really only need the hand tighten. I mean, unless you're going to leave it stored probably for any period of time, just like this. I mean, just, you really don't want to leave it. You don't want to leave it stored charged with gas. You know, that's why you have this quick piercing system here. Now, I'm unaware of any recalls for the TR68s. They do have the recall for the TR50s because of the CO2 cartridge compartment here, where it's just crimped instead of threaded to the rest of the body inside. So, but there's no recalls on the TR68s yet. Alright, I got 5 rounds of each loaded up in the magazines. We're going to start with the nylon balls, and then we'll use the aluminum balls. There'll be 10 shots on one CO2 cartridge, and then I'll switch CO2 cartridges, and then we'll do the rubber steel balls, and then the rubber steel shells. Matter of fact, I'll probably shoot the shells first because these are lighter than the rubber steel balls. And for the velocity test, I'll be using the X-Radar chronograph. This one reads up to 698 feet per second.
Okay, all set up over here at the shooting table. We are indoors, as you can see. Current temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll be shooting at a distance of about 6 yards. Just add a cardboard box down there. I got a flat box, and behind that I got a box filled with styrofoam with another box behind that, just as a backstop. To begin, we will start with the nylon balls and then the aluminum balls. I'll shoot these off a 1 CO2 cartridge, and then I'll switch out cartridges, and then I'll shoot the rubber steel balls and shells. The nylon balls weigh in at 3.65 grams. I already have a CO2 cartridge installed and pierced. Again, we'll be measuring the velocity with the X-radar chronograph. Reads up to 698 feet per second. Not really doing any accuracy, so I'm just trying to aim as best as I can, center mass. I kind of have a little silhouette drawn up there. As you can, I'll show you if I can zoom in. Kind of see a little bit of a silhouette. Back out. So just kind of see. I mean, again, this is just out of the box, 16 joule TR68 from Umarex, using just round balls. I mean, of course, the shot shells. I mean, just stuff you can buy off of Amazon. So just this is all this. Nothing has been done to this. I don't have any fancy ammo. Just your typical round balls. Alrighty, first shot. Nylon balls. 344 feet per second. Shot number 2. 352 feet per second. So we achieved the 350. Was it 350 or 360? I think it was 360. I'll have to double check that. But I mean, it's not so much about velocity. We want energy coming out of this thing. 350 feet per second. 338. One more. 330. Now the aluminum balls. These are 6.9 to 7 grams. So they'll definitely be slower. All right. Same CO2 cartridge. 228. I can hear that they're really loose in the cylinder magazine. 216. 216. 200. We got one more. 202. Let's go check the penetration. Pretty good size holes. Alright. Like I said, I just had this box I cut down just for a little silhouette. Again, this box has styrofoam. We'll be able to see if anything passed through with this box behind it. So let me zoom out as far as I can go. So let's just take a look. I don't know if they went through. I don't think they went clean through. So if anything, they're either stuck in here or there'll be some back or some of the nylon. There's the nylon balls. So I got 3 nylon balls that went through this box here. I'll have to dig out the aluminum balls later. Alright, let's try the rubber steel balls and the rubber steel shells next. Alright, fresh CO2 cartridge installed. Pierced, holding gas. We will start with the 6.3 gram rubber steel shells. These are D-type. Alright, 5 shots. 276 feet per second, 270, 268, 260, 256. Now the rubber steel balls. These are 6.9 grams. $238, $228, $226, $220, $214. Let's go check the damage. All right, let's see what we got here. I mean, makes pretty good holes in the initial cardboard. Definitely went through to my styrofoam box. So, you know, it's what, maybe 2.5, 3 inches thick, filled with just styrofoam. The styrofoam that came in it with whatever product was in there. I believe this was from my daughter's vanity. Anyhow, doesn't look like a whole lot went clean through with the rubber steel shot shell, or the rubber steel shells and the rubber steel balls. The velocity was, you know, quite a bit lower. You know, at least 100 feet per second slower than with the lighter nylon balls. I mean, we did get some penetration. Again, nothing to the back, through the back. Not sure if those dents were already there. Might have made a couple dents. But just wanted to test a brand new, out of the box, TR68 Revolver from Umarex. Just tried some different types of round balls, plus the rubber steel shells. It holds gas just fine. It seems to, you know, it shoots just fine. You know, you get good 10 rounds out of a CO2 cartridge. There's probably more. Matter of fact, I'll load up some more and just see how many shots we can get off this single cartridge. All right, got another 5 of the 3.65 gram nylon balls. So this will be shots 11 through 15 off the same CO2. 332, 316, 302, 294. That was bounced. I hit the Gorilla Tape. 280. I was wondering if that was going to happen if I hit the Gorilla Tape up there. Just bounced right off of that. All right, let's try 5 more. All right. No warm-up period. Just keep on shooting. 282. 254. 216. Dropping pretty quick now. 196. And 150. So it's pretty low. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, 15 shots. Well, good 50, you know, 15 shots off of one cartridge. This is restricted again. 16 joule. There's the hole. Again, this is just brand new, out of the box, factory. I mean, there are all kinds of mods you can do with these. I mean, this is a good platform. Tons of videos with tons of people who do some amazing things with these. I'm just a simple man. Just want to, just kind of show you what and how, performs right out of the box and how it performs. So, big old revolver. If you like big guns, big revolvers, I mean, the weight, it's not the weight's not bad. It doesn't feel toyish at all. Most of the weight's in through here. You can feel so it's not barrel heavy at all. You have your accessory rails, top and bottom. It's just a really fun gun to shoot and play with and make really big holes with. So, I mean, there's a variety of different ammunition you can buy, and all the different a lot of guys on here that have different YouTube channels and sell products, all kinds of different projectiles you can buy for these. So very versatile. You're limited to a certain length projectile, of course, being that it's kind of a shallow magazine, unlike your 50 caliber the Mercury Rise TR50 torpedo. It's got a much thicker diameter magazine, which allows you to shoot longer projectiles. But not a bad gun. Oh, let's go back to the review table, and go over, give you my final thoughts. Well, there was a simple test of a brand new, out of the box TR68 revolver that has been sitting on my shelf for about a year. Clean velocity of up to 360 feet per second. Not sure what weight of projectile that is with. However, we did not achieve that. We got close. 352 feet per second was the highest with the 3.65 gram nylon balls. Everything else was in the 200s, to upper, to mid, to lower. We did get 20 shots off of a single CO2 cartridge. That was a combination of rubber steel shells, rubber steel balls, and 2 magazines of nylon balls. Made some pretty good holes in the cardboard. Had some penetration. This isn't your high, 20, 30, 40 joule TR50, but I'll have to crunch the numbers, see if we hit the 16 joule. But yeah, I mean, it's just a factory, out of the box, nothing's been done to it. TR68 revolver from Umarex. If you like big guns and you want to punch some pretty big holes, it definitely is fun, in that manner. You definitely don't want to carry something like, self-defense. It's too big to carry. I mean, home defense wise, there's a lot of discussion about that. I mean, you're just going to aggravate any intruder. I mean, at least you got some pretty good projectiles that you can hit them in the face with. Some pepper balls. I mean, with the the 16 joule version, as with the it says you can't use paintballs. Or the pepper balls. Is that something that will burst as you're shooting it with the blast of CO2? You take that risk. I mean, even though this is just a 16 joule, they might be a lot better with that than with your higher, 20, 30, 40 joule customs that people do with their TR50 or TR68 or HDR68 revolvers. I mean, there's so much you could do with these, but this one I'm just leaving stock as it is from the factory, out of the box. I do have another HDR68. That's the one I like to fiddle with. It's unrestricted, no valve block, so I get the 30, 40 joules with that. But this is just, it's fun. If you haven't gotten one and you've been considering getting one, go ahead. It's fun. I mean, you want to blast some pretty good holes in targets. You know what? You can't beat that. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, we're going to just do a quick
Here
little
is some
comparison.
bonus
I got my
footage.
TR68. This is the valve block removed without the restrictor. However, I just have a homemade restrictor with using a cut down CO2 cartridge. Going to try some nylon balls. Again, 3.65 grams. Go ahead and pierce this. It's charged. With this setup, I usually get maybe 2 to 3 really good shots. The first shot's really going to fart really bad. So we'll just kind of see. Again, this is just my tinker gun. I just do things with it. Just kind of shoot different, ridiculously heavy, large projectiles out of it. But I just kind of want to do a quick little comparison. Only 322 feet per second. .328. .298. .282. That might have been the last shot. Oh, that was the last one. 140. So I got 4 good shots and then just 1 really weak shot. And you're out of gas. So with my homemade restrictor, with no valve block, it really, the velocity really wasn't even there. So let me try now without the homemade restrictor and see what it does. Okay, fresh CO2 cartridge installed. No restrictor, no valve block. Charged. Load up some more nylon balls. I was surprised it was that slow being unrestricted. I mean, basically unrestricted. I just had that homemade restrictor without the valve block. So that was just with lightweight nylon balls. So let's see what it is without the restrictor and no valve block with the nylon balls. This setup, I might only get 2 shots. All right. This first one will probably really fart really bad. Again, only 334 feet per second. So not that much of a difference. 314. 300. 298. 300. And that's it. I'm actually surprised by that. I mean, I got 5 shots out of that. Sometimes that's without the restrictor and without the valve block. So could try some heavier ammo, but I'm probably out of gas now. There's still a little bit in there. Now let's try something a little heavy. Okay. Let's try some of these shot shells. Probably won't even get 5. I'm surprised I got that many shots. This thing just surprises me sometimes. Well, I kind of loaded those backwards, as you can see. I didn't good. Put those out. All right. Hollow points. I'm doing it again. All right. Let's do this the right way. There we go. All right. I don't know, should I try a fresh CO2? It's still pretty pressurized. Yeah. Well, let's see. All right. These are 6.3 grams. All right. 244. Oh, that was really weak. 144. Probably won't even get another one. 144. And it's locked up now. So probably not even enough not enough pressure to reset the, there you go. Actually, it was kind of lodged. Alrighty. Let me try one more CO2 cartridge. And see what this does. Yeah, I mean, there's no, sometimes it will just blast it out the thing and all the CO2. For some reason today, it's shooting just fine. So, again, this is my tinker gun. So let me load up 3 more of these shot, or I keep calling them shot shells. They're just rubber steel shells. All right. A fresh CO2 cartridge. I mean, this thing is today surprising me how it's shooting. You never know what it's going to do. It hasn't burped once or farted once. All right. Okay, let's try these. All right. There, that one burped. That was only 264. Had a pretty nice kick to it. 254. 248. I'm actually getting more shots than I normally get. 230. 230. So, not bad. Let's try, tell you what, let's try some. These are the heaviest that I got, the 6.9, other than the aluminum balls. I'll try these. See if I can get 10 shots off a non-restricted valve block removed HDR 68. Yeah, I'm just kind of baffled as to how this is shooting good today for some reason. All right, here we go. There's only 202. I might not even get a full magazine now. 204. 156. It did. 156. I think that's it. That's it. My empty. Got one left. Not enough gas. That's it. Alrighty, that's enough fun. Just wanted to kind of see a little bit of a comparison. Again, for some reason, this thing got more shots out of it than I normally do. And that's even without this installed. All I got is this cut down CO2 cartridge. I had to put some hot glue in there to shrink the hole. And then I just kind of drilled, I think that's maybe, I don't know, 1 millimeter hole maybe, if that. But it's surprisingly shooting good without it. I mean, the last few times that I've used this, I think I've done a couple of videos, it just would just fart out all the gas, like the first shot, and then you'd get maybe one more good shot, and then lucky to get a third at about half the velocity and energy. So I'm a little surprised today. Alrighty, that's enough fun.